Why women?
Hello, hello. Testing, testing. 1, 2. Where am I live at here? Instagram or YouTube? I'm trying to figure things out over here. Let me see. Let me see. We're just testing things. We're testing. What do I gotta move? What do I gotta move? I gotta be over here. Over here. Here. Hello. Where are we watching, guys? Instagram, YouTube? I don't even know what my YouTube live would look like right now. We're testing things. We're doing multi streams over here. What up, Johnny? Move that hoodie to the trash. I'm pretty sure the flyers are up, right? Flyers up. Can you hear me? Do I sound all right? We're not doing a whiskey. No, we got to change that. Where are we at here? We're figuring out this dual live stream over here. Let's go Pens. Get out of here with that, Johnny. Why can I not find my own live stream? Can I edit this? Can I edit this? Can I edit my YouTube live stream title? Let me see. Can you hear me all right, Johnny? Sign in. Oh, I forgot. I got hacked the other day. Yes, it's me. Do you hear me all right, Johnny? Loud and clear. Love that. Jacob Smith in the house. We playing some late night. We playing some late night COD, Jake. Let me see. You guys on YouTube or Instagram? Where is my content, maybe? Live. Edit. Go Birds. Save. Oh my gosh, there's people on Instagram here. I can't. How do I see both of these things? YouTube. Cool. Can I put this way maybe and then I can see? Nope. I need a dual monitor over here. What do we got? Instagram Live. Can anybody see me on Instagram? Talk to me on Instagram, folks. Vertical output, horizontal output. I wonder if I can see my Instagram chat on here. Should we just do that? Yeah, Copy over on Instagram can see me. Love that. We see you. We hear you. All right, we're up and running. Let's keep this going. I checked the Insta feed and it's working too, but delayed from your YouTube feed. That's all right. Delays are fine. What are we pouring up tonight? Here's what we'll put on screen, but we're not drinking this. Hold up. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. Where's it at? We'll put this on screen. Ah, Jesus. Stepped on something. Put this on screen so everybody can hate. Go Flyers, go Birds. Go Flyers, go Birds. We see you. Yes, Instagram. Peter, what's up? What's going on, Peter? What is everybody drinking tonight? Listen, I thought Dusty Dan was going to be on tonight. He's not on tonight. So we're chilling. Insta. Grizz. Love it. How do I sound? All right, what are we pouring out? What is everybody drinking on tonight? Sipping on some Southern Star Paragon single barrel. I need to make this bigger. I can't see this to say. Can I pop this out? I wonder if I can pop this out. That would be ideal, right? Um, settings. Nope, don't want that. Shut up. Get out of here. Yo, we're learning. We're learning here, folks. Um, that's what she said. What up, Pat? What up, Gary? Jeffrey Whack in the house. Sounds good. Love to hear that. How can I pop out? Chill, 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 chill. Pause, pause, pause. F them birds, but I hate the other team even more. That's all I care about this next couple of weeks, Magic. That's all I care about. We're going to the Super Bowl. Can everybody recognize that? We're going to the freaking Super Bowl. 2017 vibes. Am I wrong? I think there's a way to pop this joint out, but I don't know how to do it. Let me just slide this, make this bigger. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Let me keep on Instagram. Let me see what Grizz said. Good, bro. Beautiful. We sound good. We look good. That looks real good. That quality looks real good. Dang, the Instagram feed is behind. So if you're not over on YouTube Live, we're on YouTube Live. Check that out. Instagram feed is way behind. Let's push this up. Let's see what we should drink tonight. Now pour something good. You're damn right. What is good? 2024. 2025, I mean. What should we pour up? Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. Let's see. Russell's 15 to celebrate? Nah, we need something green. Something green. We need some ryes. Where are the ryes at? Something green. I spy with my little eye something green. You better be on OF too. The OF is up and running. If anybody wants to hop over there for just $3 a month, you could support somebody like me. Here's the deal. I just did a video, Patreon picks. I won't show you what it is. We just finished it. My wife poured it up for me. Weller Special Reserve is green. Should I go Weller Special Reserve or should I go Old Fitz? You guys call it. We'll probably do both, but you guys call it. Which one should we start with? I want to hear. I want to know 2 predictions from everybody. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? Who's going to win MVP? Who's going to win the Super Bowl? Who's going to win MVP? I got Eagles, and I got Saquon is got to be the MVP. Birds and Saquon. Love that. Saquon, Birds. Guys, you're just, you feeding me? You feeding me right now? Let this man eat. Oh, my God. Let's start with some Old Fits. We're going to go Old Fits 10-year. Old Fits 10-year bottled and bond. This was 2023, spring 2023 on this one. Not a bad bottle. I'm not the biggest fan of Old Fits. Love what they do. I think it's decent. I don't think it's like crazy good. I like it at MSRP. Birds and Hertz. I don't hate the Hertz guess because 95% of the time they're picking quarterbacks anyway. Anybody but Mahomes. I got to reach out to the average drinker because me and her in 2017 did a little something for the Birds. I have a Kansas City Mahomes shirt because they beat us, and let me get this in here so we can be on Instagram the right way. Anybody else sipping on anything tonight? I know it's Monday night, but we're killing dry January, by the way, too. We went 27 days strong. We had to end it tonight. I had to start getting some content out there. I banked a lot of content, but now I feel like I'm going to be catching up on stuff. Over on Instagram, what are you guys drinking over there? Here on YouTube, let me know what you're drinking over here. We're going green all night, baby. We're starting with Old Fits. We got some Weller Special Reserve. Somebody said Michter's. I don't know if I have a standard Michter's. Do I have a standard Michter's? I think I only have the Michter's bourbon. Is that green? Where's that at? That's over here somewhere. I just redid my shelves. I moved everything around and I started a new inventory. Check out the link if you want to see every single bottle in my collection. Oh, nose on this is kind of good. Old Forester BB Rye is a nice green. I'm guessing Old Foe is Old Forester. Bottled and Bond Rye. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know if I have. Is that what you're talking about? Old Forester? I can't, guys. I cannot see for shit, to be quite honest with you. I have my glasses on. I wish can I make this bigger? Participants, timestamps, reactions, feedback. Yes, Old Forester Barrel Strength Rye. I don't know if I have any Old Forester Barrel Strength. Rise. I just redid it, and I have 4 Old Foresters over here. Speaking of Old Forester, we just got. Do I have it over here? We just got 2 samples from Old Forester themselves. The Old Forester 1924. They're bringing it back this year. And the Old Forester 1910 Extra Aged. Has anybody had that before? Does anybody have the extra aged before? It's aged for like 18 or 16 more months in the second barrel. It'll be my first time trying it. I went out today to find Old Forester 1910 to compare the extra aged to, and I couldn't find Old Forester. How crazy is that I can't find Old Forester 1910 on the shelves? Is everybody buying up my Old Forester 1910? Little hidden gem right there. There's a few hidden gems here in Pennsylvania these days. I went to the liquor store for the first time in a long time because 95% of our stuff is on online drops today. They had some stuff in there that they don't usually have. They have some 2XO, I think the Sneaker Heads blend behind the shelf. They had the OGD 116, 116, 16 year, OGD 116, OGD 114, OGD 16 year behind the shelf. Fine Wine and Good Spirits website, show you where they are. Shocker. Yeah, I went online at the store and they were all, like everywhere was sold out, which is crazy. I might have to just order it online and get it shipped, but then I got to pay $12 for the extra bottle. I literally went to look. They usually have the small bottles of it, like the little, not the airplane bottles. I don't even think it's a 375 either. I think it's even smaller than that. And they didn't have that either. You have the Havana bottle yet? I have not. I missed out on the Havana drop. I'm actually very upset about that. I missed out on the Havana drop. I heard it's super sweet, which is what I love. I love me some Penelope. Don't know about the price tag on it. You guys let me know if you've had it. Is it any good? Instagram, are you here? Hello? Damn, that quality looks good on Instagram. Does it look good on YouTube? Trying out the new cam, new microphone, everything. I'm curious how this all looks and sounds. But I want to know what you guys are sipping on. I want to know what the Super Bowl move is. Are people going out if you're from the area? Are you going out to the bar? Are you having people over the house? Are you going to a party around the house? If you're not from here, what's the move? Is anybody going? Anybody going down to where is it? I want to. I almost said St. Louis. That's not anywhere near. Nala, New Orleans. There it is, New Orleans. Thank you, Gary. I was getting there eventually. Staying home to watch, not a bad idea. I'm telling you, sometimes you just, especially if you're a fan of one of the teams, you just want to be home in your own domain and kind of chill on it. It gets a little overwhelming if you're out and you're really honed in on the game. Almost more excited for the commercials this year. The commercials have fallen off the past couple of years. I feel like when I was younger, like my teenage years / early 20s, like everybody was all about the commercials and they were funny commercials and they were good commercials. Now it just feels so corporate. It's just too expensive that these commercials. How many Dorito commercials? What's the over under on Doritos commercials this year? You know what I mean? Oh, I gotta sip this, but this is. Listen, I had 2 glasses of whiskey already tonight for a video that I just shot. My wife poured them up, so they were very small. Appreciate her for that. This will be our 3rd technically, and we haven't drank in 27 days. So we're going to take it easy. Still got to be up early in the morning. We won't be on here long. I'm just trying to figure out this whole dual split screen thing. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. Instagram is definitely behind, which is crazy. Instagram is far behind, and nobody on Instagram is talking to me unless I just can't see what they're saying. Can't see what they're saying. Don't know. 10 of you over there, nobody talking. Go Birds! That's right, Michael. Go Birds. I'm so hyped. What a game. What a game. Saquon Barkley is just so good. IG is 10 seconds behind. Grizz is just always about the same when it comes to quality. Love that. Love that. 10 seconds ain't too bad. I thought it was a lot further than that. All right, let's sip this. Go Birds. Go Saquon. I got Saquon for another 2. If Saquon puts up another 2, I just don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand how he's not the MVP of the league already. I mean, who are we talking about? Josh Allen? Lamar Jackson? Saquon? Like, are those the 3 in the conversation? Who else, season-wise? You're talking most valuable player. Saquon off of the Birds, we're not even in the Super Bowl. We're not even in we're probably not a playoff team. Complete honesty. We're not a playoff team without Saquon on the team. If that's not the most value, create an entirely new. The quarterback should get their own thing. They do it in college, don't they? Do I don't watch a lot of college football. Don't they have their own award for like the best college quarterback? Because that's what they should have for the NFL. It should be the best quarterback and then the MVP. If they're the same, let them win both awards. But this year, it's just so annoying that they don't want to give it to a running back. It just bothers me. Oh, all right. Last time nosing it, I promise you. The nose on this is phenomenal. Super fruity, very easy, no rye. That's freaking good. Still not my favorite, but I think old Fitzgerald's really good. Again, 2023 spring. Um, but listen, while I have you guys on here, I want to give you a few updates on what we're doing here on the channel. What do we got? Have you had the LaShawn McCoy bourbon? No. Is that out yet? I know Bird Gang, I know Bottled here in Pennsylvania is working with LaShawn McCoy on his own like version of this. I'm pretty sure. But I didn't know if it was out yet or not. If you've had it, let me know. I'm curious. It's at Total Wine. Interesting. Jersey has it out. Okay. Has anybody tried it? Is it worth it? I tend to stray from celebrity endorsed whiskeys. LaShawn, though, I mean, I feel like we got to pick one up, right? Crack it for the Super Bowl. Makes sense. Makes sense. Gary, you been out to Jersey? You got anything good lately? I'm going to be, by the way. This was the announcement. Announcement number one here at Bourbon of the Week. We're moving. We're doing some big things, folks. First of all, I've reached a Black Bourbon family. Jason and Brandon, what's going on? Moving over from IG. Go Birds. Hope they win this one. Yes. I love that the Black Bourbon family is on our side for this one. Go Birds. Go Saquon. Go Jalen. This is going to be. I don't want to get ahead of myself. My group calls me the Jinx boy. I'll be the guy that sends a text out when it's 35 to nothing and be like, great game. It's not even halftime. Crushed them. And then we lose like 37-35. My predictions are the refs are going to get involved. So it's going to be a close game. The Super Bowl wouldn't be they have to keep it close, right? They're going to do everything in their power to keep it close. Here's what scares me. We don't have a kicker. So if it comes down to Birds down by 1, Birds down by 2, right? They get the ball at the 30-yard line off the kickoff, 2-minute drill, 3-minute drill, whatever it is, and we got to score a touchdown. You know what I mean? That kick isn't free anymore. Our kicker is trash, so that kick's not free. We can't bank on that kick, which is what I'm used to here in Philadelphia. The one thing that we've always got is a kicker, and now we don't have a kicker, so that scares me a little bit. If we're down and we get the ball, we gotta go for the touchdown, or at least chip shot field goal at best. Otherwise, I'm gonna be shaking a little bit. Jake is 100% a liability. Jake has been a liability, but 5-0. The Eagles are 5-0 when Elliott misses a field goal. I don't know if it's a field goal or a point after attempt. I think it's a field goal. When Elliott misses one, they're 5-0. Troy, my good man, Troy. Bulldog Nation is pulling for the Eagles. That's what I like to hear. Are we all just hating on Mahomes? Can we all just hate on Mahomes? We don't like I don't like his family. I don't like anything about this guy. And this isn't just like Birds hate. This isn't Birds versus Chiefs hate. This is the Washington Commanders could have won this week, and I would still be rooting for the Commanders over Patrick Mahomes. I just hate the guy. Can't stand him. Troy, hope everything's going well, brother. Cheers to you and the wife, as always. You know where to find us. I appreciate you stopping in tonight. Absolutely amazing to see you, brother. Hope you're doing good. What was I saying? Updates for the channel. It's not, you guys are getting me so hype over this Birds game. I am too hype on this. You ever tried any of the Southern Star bourbon out of North Carolina? Southern Star, I have not tried. I've tried 15 Stars. Southern Star. I don't think I've tried any Southern Star out of North Carolina. This is coming from the Instagram, by the way. Follow us on Instagram. Pushing 25,000 over there. Absolutely crazy. Southern Star, no. I don't think I've tried Southern Star. Is it good? They got age statements on it. The biggest thing with craft whiskey today is they're starting to get some age behind some of their stuff. Am I wrong? I saw that stat, the 5-0 when he misses one. Maybe we want him to miss one. What if he went like 6 for 6 and they lose the game and it's the first time he doesn't? I'd be annoyed. Anyway, need to try Southern Star out of my hometown, Statesville Killer. Oh, hometown in Statesville. It's a killer. I'm always willing to try something. With the craft whiskey stuff, if they can get some age behind their whiskey, there's a lot of craft whiskey that I've tried that it just wasn't quite there yet, and that was 2 3 years ago, and they were putting out 2 3 year old stuff, which means now they can be putting out 5 6, maybe some 7 year old stuff. We see a lot of it here in Pennsylvania, and I think that's what's going to differentiate some of these small craft distilleries from, if they're going to make it through this little bourbon boom that everybody's talking about. Oh, the bourbon craze is over. I don't think it's done. I think we've just kind of plateaued for a minute, and I think these craft distilleries are what's going to save it. The ones that make it through. You've heard it here first. If you are a smaller craft distillery and you're finally, you started at COVID, right? 2018, you were like, I got nothing else to do. I'm going to start my own distillery. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 27-year-old whiskey you've been sitting on. You can start putting out some good whiskey, I promise you. Super small distillery, but absolute killer juice. Think you'll really like it? I'll try it. Southern Star, I'll try it. You weren't getting ready to announce that you're leaving Instagram for YouTube, were you? No. We're on both. We're on both Instagram, YouTube. We can split screen these days. What I was getting ready to announce is some big things happening on the channel. Number one, I've been reaching out to a lot of distilleries to become one of their media people. And what that means is they send me information before they send it out to the public, and I can inform you guys on it. That's a great thing. But in this process, I've made some relationships with some great distilleries. I've made some relationships with Green River. I hope to do a barrel pick with them coming up soon. I've made some relationships with Old Forester. I will reach out to them about a 100 proof barrel pick. If you like the 100 proof over the cask strength, I'm right there with you. 100 proof Old Forester barrel pick would be amazing. But the thing about what I want to do with these barrel picks personally is a lot of creators on here have some amazing barrel picks, right? We know all about what Bourbon Junkies used to do with barrel picks. We know about ADHD Whiskey and his barrel picks. We know about Jason Mash and Drum and Scott My Bourbon Journey with the Mash and Journey barrel picks. Absolutely phenomenal picks, guys with phenomenal palates. Cannot deny any of that. What I would love to do is make these barrel picks with people. I know when I first got involved in this, I was like, how do people get an opportunity to do this? I figured out they get opportunities by having groups of people that get to do it together. So I have created my own, well, we have a Patreon that gets invited to these things, but I have created my own opportunity for people to get involved in these barrel picks and actually go and do them, which is absolutely awesome. We are doing our first one this year, April 2025. We're going to Sagamore. We're going to Sagamore Distillery. We're getting 9-year-old Sagamore barrel pick. We're going to pick it we have 12 guys going, myself, 2 other channels, hopefully 2 other channels. I'm still waiting to hear back from one of them. Going out, doing the barrel pick. We're getting a farm tour. We're getting a distillery tour. We're going to go out to lunch. We're staying overnight, so we'll probably do a bottle share. We'll get dinner. And then again, we're going to do the pick. So I think it'll be fun to go out together, be with people within the community, meet people, and not just kind of, sit at home and watch it on television to see what everybody else picks and then get to buy it. You get to be a part of the pick. Now, I can't promise that for every single pick that I do, but I can promise that that's something that I'm pushing more than just the opposite. More when I get to host it, when I get to be involved in it, I'm going to be pushing this with the distillery that, hey, I would love to do a barrel pick. I'm going to sell through it. I can promise you that. Damn, I got to pay. Gary, I'll message you. You still got plenty of time if you want to get involved in that, Gary. We're not in the planning phase. The phase is planned. It's planned. It's good. You're good if you want to go. It's going to be in April. I can send you all the details. You can still be a part of it. Again, it's going to be an amazing. David over at Sagamore has been an amazing contact that I've had. So join the Patreon as little as $3 a month. I'm going to make another one that's probably $1 a month. That's just going to get you Discord benefits, which is like our own private Discord where we chat 24/7. That can keep you up to date on everything. That's $1 a month, $3 a month if you want to get some. I got custom Glencairns I sent out. I got hats. I got hoodies. I got t-shirts. I fall behind on this stuff, but that's just the way it goes. I got 2 kids and a full-time job. Well, not right now, but we're getting back into it soon. But the Patreon, the link is hopefully it's probably not in the description back here, but you can find it in any one of my links and bios, or any video that I post on YouTube has the Patreon. Again, $3 a month. Come chat with us 24/7. We're going to do I can't promise it because again, it's all up to the distillery on what they will allow. But we're going to try and do one, hopefully two a year at this point. That's my goal is two a year on-site Patreon picks with Patreons. Depending on how many people they let me get, will be the different tiers that get to go. This time, it just happened to work out that Sagamore has opened their doors to so many of us that we've got everybody that wants to go is going to go. So it's going to be an amazing time. Again, check us out. That's the last. I'm not plugging the Patreon for anything other than the fact that I think we're going to do some cool things here on the channel in 2025. And I want you guys to be a part of it because this community is what supports me. So I want to give back to the community the best way that I can. So cheers, all of that. Go Birds. Let's keep talking football. Who do you got this week? This weekend? Is anybody watching the Pro Bowl? Is anybody watching the Pro Bowl at this point? Are we watching the Pro Bowl? I'm not watching the Pro Bowl. I'm going to be out. Sorry if I talk fast. It's just the way I am. I know some of you have been here for a long time, so you're like, all right, this guy needs to slow down. But for the people that are new here, I do apologize. Annapolis Whiskey Club, by the way, I'm pretty sure Dave over at Sagamore talked about you guys. He said, do you guys have a Sagamore pick coming up with him as well? Oh, this Old Fitz is good. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. I was honestly just hopping on here. I'm going to try some new things. I'm celebrating my birthday this weekend, plus the end of dry January for us. Did you guys make it all the way through? Did you guys make it all the way? I mean, it's the 27th, so we got what, 4 days left? 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 4 days. Listen, I only have so much time before the ice cream season gets up and running again, so I gotta bank some content. So I was like, I got nothing to do tonight. I got nothing to do tomorrow. Still going strong. Love that for you guys. It's tough. It's tough to do as a whiskey creator. I wouldn't say it's tough to do. I think if you enjoy whiskey, you can easily be like, listen, I don't need to drink whiskey for the month. What I will say is, as a creator, it's hard to just put everything on hold. I am the most, if I'm the type of guy that if I'm not doing something for something, like if I'm not creating my content, if I'm not editing something, if I'm not trying to figure out the next thing to do with the channel, I just feel lost. I've been playing a lot of video games just to keep my mind off like not being productive for the channel. But as a whiskey channel, it's tough. It becomes hard. I made it till the 3rd. That's 2 days longer than a lot of people. 2 days longer than a lot of people. Dry January, never heard of her? You should try it, Garrett. We shot 4 videos before the month started. That's like and I was just talking to my wife about this earlier. I was like, I drank more in December to get ahead of January than I would have drank if I just did not do dry January. I could have drank once a week in January. I could have, instead of 4 or 5 times a week, I could have went once a week in January and created my video a week. And it probably would have been better than drinking 28 out of 31 days in December. You know what I mean? Drinking JD barrel proof now. Woo! What's your other job? I manage an ice cream store, hopefully soon to be owner. So the winter time, I get time off. It's nice. I get to relax. Summertime, I mean, 60, 65 hours a week, whatever it takes to get through the summertime, depending on how busy we are and depending on how the weather goes. And I mean, global warming is no good thing unless you're in the ice cream industry. So haven't had a dry January since 1972. God bless you. Cheers from Michigan, everybody. Michigan, Thomas, what's going on? Hope to be out in Michigan. Got invited to another barrel pick out there at a couple of companies. I don't know how hush-hush that is at this point, so I won't say too much information on that. But hope to be out to Michigan here in maybe May. We'll see how that goes if I get out there. Again, April, we're doing a Sagamore pick. And then Mayor Pingree. Guys, Mayor Pingree is on the slot of a barrel pick this year. And I forget what the age of the stuff is that they said they would offer to us, but Mayor Pingree is going to be a pick later in the year, September timeframe. Mayor Pingree is Michigan too. Am I wrong? Mayor Pingree is Michigan? I always forget. Awesome. Absolutely. Yeah. Love the ice cream industry. It's just summer times are tough, but you take the good with the bad, you know? Three months to relax, do everything that you want to do. We used to sew Christmas trees, stuff like that in the winter, but now I just relax now that I got two little girls, so I take the time off. But summertime's tough. But everybody hates something about their job, right? And that's the one thing I hate about mine. I mean, when your biggest stress is if you're going to run a waffle cones, you can't really complain too much. I think Mayor Pingree is Michigan, if I remember. Detroit, that's right, Detroit company. Mayor Pingree Blue Label is awesome. They have some older aged whiskey, which is what I'm excited about. Some older age stuff. I'm hoping they get, I'm hoping they get us some good stuff up there. I know I'm going with some people again. I don't know how much I can tell yet. I know we're going with some people that have some pull within the industry, so it'll be excited to be a part of that. And again, also in Michigan for two other. It's a 2 day trip to two different distilleries for two different picks. That is also going to be something that I'm looking forward to. What are you laughing at? I'm laughing at your text message there, Patty. I'm laughing at your text message there. You know what I'm laughing at, you freak. I still need more predictions. And what should we drink next? We need a green bottle. What's our green bottle over here? I used to deliver all of Salt and Straw ice cream shipping containers in Portland, Oregon. Dang, all the way out there in Portland. Love that. Portland, Oregon. I used to deliver all of Salt and Straw ice cream shipping containers. That's crazy. We're just a little like it's not a mom and pop shop because I guess I'm a pop, but I'm not there with mom. We're just a little local joint. We have a Penn State has what's it called? The Creamery up at Penn State, right? And they do a lot of they're like a place up there, but they'll ship their stuff nationwide. And I've looked into it. It's just crazy expensive. Have you heard of them? I have not heard of Salt and Straw. I have not. No. Portland, Oregon is kind of crazy. Seagrass? Is that green? Does that count? I'll pour it up. Oh my. Good Lord. Blue and green. As long as there's no red. As long as there's no red, I'm in on it. We drink some seagrass tonight? Anybody got any other suggestions? Who said something earlier? Weller SR. Gary, you still here? If Gary's still here, I got to pour up Weller SR. Keep this in for the Instagram. For the Instagram. Dope. I was like, dope. Thought we were, what's his name? Homer Simpson. I'm here, but pour the seagrass? All right. If Gary gives me the approval, we'll do it up. Seagrass, barrel seagrass. What was this from? 2022 maybe? I forget. 119.12. And I also have a bottle of Barrels. Barrel just personally is one of my favorite companies of all time. Very good with their customer relations. Very good with working with creators. Making sure that people get to try their stuff. And again, I don't like to talk about the Patreon too much, but we do have a Patreon tier where if you're part of that particular tier, you'll get samples of any bottles that I get from distilleries. Barrel sends out a bunch. They are sending me a Barrel Foundation Double Oaked, the 5-year Barrel Foundation. I think that's $100, or $100, 100 proof Barrel Foundation 5-year. And they're sending me a Double Oaked. I'm very curious how the foundation stands up to the Double Oaked. I don't usually love Double Oaked stuff, but if anybody's going to do a Double Oaked correctly, it's going to be Barrel. I can promise you that. Makes a killer old fashioned, by the way. Oh, seagrass and an old fashioned would be interesting. If you have a specific recipe, I would love to know that. What goes well with the old fashioned, with the rye, with that Madeira finish? What else is in here? Manterique, Madeira, and apricot brandy. Maybe like some orange bitters, some Angostura, and what? Bourbon barrel aged bitters. That'd be great. Just picked up a barrel 36 last week. Awesome pour. Thomas, you don't have to tell me, brother. Barrel 36. Woo! Might be the most I finished. Now, I definitely sampled this out, but that is a fantastic pour right there. I love the new label. Love the new label on it. Love everything about that particular pour. I'm looking forward to the Woodford Double Oaked coming to PA soon. Is it coming to PA soon, Gary? Or are you just telling me that it's on the website saying it's coming soon? Because it's not coming soon. I can promise you that. I'm also not a fan of the Woodford Woodford Double Oaked is the only Woodford product that I truly love, personally. Is that a hot take? Or is that a regular take? Pat, stop texting me. You're being a weirdo. What's up, Crisco Birds? Yes, sir, on the Instagram. Rafter, what's going on, baby? Oh, this seagrass. I forgot all about this seagrass. Where do we want to move this? This way and this one this way a little bit. It's crazy to have to worry about like how close things are for the Instagram, but you want them both on the screen. Go bird guys. The freaking birds are going to the Super Bowl. I don't even know how excited I'm at. 36 doesn't get enough love in my opinion. One of my favorites of 2024. I'm gonna put it in my 2024. We didn't even do our video yet. Maybe we'll work on that this week. Um, I probably should have done it today, but it's a lot of whiskey to drink. We've got our 2024 Whiskey of the Year video coming out soon. We've got March Madness Bourbon Bracket Single Barrel Edition. I got all my bottles over there, actually. 8 single barrels that we got in 2024 going up against each other head to head, and we're doing it a little bit different this year. We can talk about that. Appreciate you bringing it up. Have you tried the Pursuit Double Oaked? Those are good. I have not. Pursuit is one of those, I don't know why. I love the guys. The guys involved in it seem like awesome. Normally, when I don't, if I won't touch a particular bottle or a particular brand, it's because I don't like the people involved, whether I know them or I just see them on social media. The guys involved in Pursuit seem amazing. I just personally haven't touched any Pursuit stuff. I think I've had maybe a sample or two of some of their whiskey. I don't know what it is about their whiskey that I don't know. I don't know why I haven't bought any. I probably should. I would love to do a Pursuit pick myself. I know they got, maybe I just don't know enough about it and what they've got, but that's just me. I love Pursuit. I love everything about what they do. I love their social media presence. I love the guys involved. They're definitely involved in the whiskey world. They're not afraid to hop on a live stream. So it's just something I got to get past. Oh, this seagrass is so different. What was I talking about? What was I talking about before we brought up Pursuit? Barrel. Nope, I forget what we were talking about. That's the whiskey. Am I wrong? Chick introduced me to that. Chick introduced you into a barrel seagrass old fashioned. It's great. I was just there. Ryan and Kenny are great dudes. Let me know if you need a contact. I mean, if you got, I'm sure I could reach out to them again. They've never like strayed from, they've never been afraid to reach out or get reached out to. I guess I just haven't done it. But yeah, if you are like, if you're close with one of them or you know one of them like that, I would love to talk to them. Maybe get them on the channel and maybe that's how I can try more of their stuff and see what I actually like. It gets tough when I think the biggest thing for me is when there's so much of it, and Penelope's kind of gotten like this. I love Penelope. There's so many different types of Penelope, right? You have like Penelope American Light, you have Penelope Rosé, you have their regular 4 grain, you have their barrel strength, you have your toasted, you have your this, that, and the other thing. You walk in and there's just 100 different Penelope bottles, and you're like, where do I start? And with Penelope, I got started at the beginning, so I could kind of keep up, right? I tried the Architects as they came out, but now they're on like Architect 43, and I'm still on Architect 6. It's like trying to watch Game of Thrones now. You know what I mean? Like you can't. There's too much. I can't get involved. I can't get started. I don't know where to start. Season 1, episode 1, obviously, but I don't know. Never found Pursuit in Michigan. Don't know if they're available here. Yeah, Pursuits. I don't think they're nationwide. I don't think they are. I think they have a pretty good distribution base, but I don't think they're nationwide. I already read that. Oh, wait. I just did a pick with Mike and Danny. They are getting way pick. Am I drunk? They're getting way pick. I can't keep up anymore. Yeah. I mean, there's so many different options. All right, let's drink this. Barrel Seagrass, go Birds. Again, let me know if you just joined, by the way, click that like button. Click that like and click that subscribe button. Somebody tell me how many likes we have. Hopefully like 15. We got 15 people in here. Hopefully we have 15 likes. Same thing on Instagram. Double tap the screen. I think is that it? I can't tell. Maybe I can't do it. Double tap the screen on Instagram? I don't know. Oh my God. ELGE. Dude, that was one of the funniest things. I saw another video, way big, so much to choose from. Flyers just won. Flyers won. They were up 3-1 last I saw. What did they end up winning by? I like the Flyers this year because the expectations are low, and I can always appreciate when expectations are low. Last year, people were coming out of the woodworks with, "Oh, they're going to be the greatest team of this." No, relax. I've been a Flyers fan since sixth grade. 4-2, not too bad. Not too bad. I've been a Flyers fan since like fifth or sixth grade, and it's just been like you can tell when they need a pure goal scorer, unfortunately. Birds are lame, Chiefs are worse. Go Birds? Question mark. David, I don't mind that. Listen, if you're not a Birds fan and you're not a Chiefs fan, just tell me you hate Mahomes. That's all I need to hear. That's all I need to hear. Oh yeah, the ELGE. Yeah, I saw another video that was like a kid climbing up on a pole, and there was a cop right underneath him, and he just stood up there for a while, and then he finally came down, and the cop. I don't know if they ended up arresting him or just like pushing him to somewhere, moving him to somewhere else, so like it wasn't he wasn't right there and like hype up the crowd or anything. But the cops took him away, and somebody was like, if they arrested him, that's messed up. And then somebody else said, I want the mayor to spell out the charges involved in this case, and I was cracking up. Portland needs an NHL team. Portland has needed an NHL for. I'm all for more. Bring anybody on. If you could have the Utah Hockey Club, we can get a Portland team. You know what I mean? Oh man, this barrel seagrass. This barrel seagrass is just so unique that if you're looking for something different, I don't see why you wouldn't pick it up. It's delicious. It's nothing like any other bourbon or rye that I've ever tried. It's all rye, right? It's all rye and then finished. I think my original question when I tried this was is because I think it's like four: Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, and Canada. So I guess it's not all technically. Is it rye whiskey finished in the three? Is like one of them finished in one? So is like the Kentucky whiskey, the Kentucky rye finished in the Madeira, and then is it the Tennessee that's finished in the apricot brandy barrels? And then is it, you know what I mean? Or is it like all batched and then does it all get finished through all four of them? That's what I wanted to know. That's what I wanted to know. It's crazy to me that, and this is no disrespect to Instagram, maybe it's just me because I don't go live enough on Instagram. 9,000 subscribers on YouTube, 10 viewers, up to I think 16 was our high. 22,000 followers on Instagram, 5 viewers. What? More than double and then less than half? Makes no sense. We'll probably stay on for this glass and maybe I'll pour one more. Maybe we'll go back to the Weller SR, a little bit lower proof. I don't want to get too many in me for the first night back after 27 days. So we'll keep it nice and easy tonight. I appreciate everybody who stopped in. Again, click that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And let me know who's going to win the Super Bowl. Let me know who are we betting on? I think last I saw it was Eagles plus 1.5, which is crazy to think that the Birds are the dogs. It is crazy to think that the Birds are the dogs in this. 98% of the world is pulling for the Birds. I hate the Chiefs and the whole big corp that is behind them. Swifty. Thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down. Crazy. Over under how many times Taylor Swift gets on the television? Over under. 13? What a line. I think that's a good line. 13 times. I guess it all depends on how Kelsey does. You know what I mean? Gotta go. Maybe I'll join on YouTube. Yes, sir. I appreciate you stopping in on Instagram, brother. I'm a Broncos fan, so darn sure not rooting for the Chiefs. Love that. I love everybody just hating on the Chiefs. That makes me happy. Do a Weller 12. That's green too. Is Weller 12 green? Weller 12 is black, isn't it? Where is my Weller 12? Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. That song's stuck in my head. I don't even know where my Weller 12 is. It should be up top here. That's a quote unquote unicorn bottle. Oh, there it is. Is that green or is that black? Just subbed, Hape the Swifts. Hell yeah, Thomas. Label is green, cap is black. Are you capping right now? Or am I colorblind? Brother, that is black. That's green? You're telling me that's green. What is it? If you're telling me that's green, then I'm colorblind. That is black. Guys. That's black. He's thinking foolproof. Weller foolproof. Weller foolproof's blue. Weller foolproof's blue. I don't have any here. I gave it back to my brother-in-law. Weller foolproof's blue. Are you guys messing with me right now? Am I drunk? Which one? This one goes this way. The reverse on here is crazy. Weller 12 is black. Weller foolproof is blue. Compared to the cap, it's dark green. You're on drugs. Okay, I don't have one. Weller foolproof is blue. I'm 99% sure. I've always called it black. Definitely black. We got black on black over here. David, thank you. DSH, thank you. It's black. You guys are wild. Weller foolproof. Now you're making me question myself. Am I wrong? Can anybody correct me on Weller foolproof, or is that blue? I don't have one here at home. I used to have one. I finished it, and then I borrowed one from my brother-in-law when I did my Weller video, and I'm pretty sure it's blue. Our next video, by the way, if anybody can find, so I've got 1792 sweet wheat. I've got every other, I don't care about the port finish because I don't care about the finish stuff. Foolproof is blue. Good. Love that. Bourbon Hunter. What's up, Lee? Fill proof is blue for sure. Keep drinking, Gary. Fill proof. I have 1792. I don't really care about the small batch either. I have single barrel. I have bottled and bond. I have sweet wheat. I need the high rye. I need a 1792 high rye. And I can't find it. And the blind love for 1792 is absolutely crazy. Absolutely wild. I need a 1792 high rye. And I can't find it anywhere except the secondary market for stupid, ridiculous prices, and it makes no sense to me. It can't be that good that it deserves to be $300 some. So I need a 1792 high rye so I can figure out what is the best of 1792. Oh, I have a 12-year. Correct. 12-year I have as well. Where is it? Right there. Right here. Is that on? Ew, it's not on. I don't think it's on Instagram. It's right next to my black label. It is. It's on Instagram. It's right next to my green label Weller 12-year. I need a high rye and I can't find it. CYPB is white and technically Eagles colors. The blind love for some. The CYPB is white. White and gold though. Gold is Eagles. Gold is Eagles. We count that. Listen, we got green bottles in here. We don't have to settle for anything. We've got Weller Special Reserve. What else? We got green. We got some other ryes in here, I'm sure. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. We've got 13th Colony's rye cash strength. We've got Nelson's Bros. That's all over there. Anything else up here? Old Fitz we already drank. I can't believe you guys tried to gaslight me into thinking 12 years a green label. Booker's has a green one for whatever batch that 2023-03 is. That actually might be it. We don't have as much green as I thought. 12-year 1792 is hard to find in some markets. Yeah, the 12-year was hard for me to find. Bullet 95 rye. I don't know if I have Bullet 95. Bullet 95, speaking of old fashions, is a fantastic old fashioned. Anytime I'll go out to a bar, if it's like a high end bar, then I want to get an old fashioned. I might go something like if it's like me and my wife like to go to Sullivan's Steakhouse for like our anniversary and stuff like that. I know they have some top tier whiskey, so I'll get something a little bit nicer for an old fashioned, or I'll drink it neat if I want to. But if I'm going out to like that mid tier bar game where it's like they can make an old fashioned, but they're like like Firebirds up here it's called, and they're like a chain restaurant, but they're like they're like a little bit higher end, right? Really good food, a little bit more expensive drinks. But like I'll get an old fashioned there, and Bullet Rye is usually what I'll go with. I don't know if I have any Bullet Rye at home though. Old Forester, I don't have any Old Forester green labels. I don't think they have any green labels. What do I have? Do I have Green River? Does that count? Green River? That might count. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. Bullet 12-year? I don't have any Bullet 12-year. I haven't had Bullet 12-year, have I? Is it good? Is Bullet 12-year worth it? What's that price tag on that? We're going to do one more after this seagrass, and then we're going to call it. Is this? This isn't green, is it? Ooh, what about our Jack Daniel's twice barreled Heritage Collection? Barrel proof rye. Does that count? Is that green enough? How did that go? Did that zoom in off my face and onto this? That's like the goal here with this camera. But I don't know if my lighting is far enough back where you can see the actual label. Should we pour that up next? It's not even open. That counts. We got a one that counts. I wasn't overwhelmed with the Bullet 12-year rye. That's what I've heard. I've heard it's good, not great. Good, not great. 50 in Michigan, not too shabby. I gotta get a closer monitor. Or the problem is like my camera is literally right behind my computer, so if I move my computer any closer, it'll be blocking it. Knob Creek rye. I don't have any Knob Creek rye. I have a Knob Creek. Is that a rye? I have a 2010 Knob Creek. I think it's a rye, but I don't think it's green. Let me go double check that. It's a cash strength too. Batch 2. Really freaking good. That's one of my a lot of people that collect whiskey have like one bottle that like is different from what most people have in their collection. That's one of my like hidden gems in my collection. I rarely go to it. I rarely even tell anybody about it. Old Forester is a 100 proof rye. Yeah, that's what I thought. JD Bounded rye. What is JD Bounded? Oh, the bonded, JD Bonded rye. I actually just saw that in the store today. When I went to the liquor store to look for an Old Forester 1910 that doesn't freaking exist here in Pennsylvania for some reason, I saw the JD Bonded rye because I have the JD Triple Mash and I have the JD, what's the other one from that freaking 3 set that they have. And years ago when it first came out, I was like, I'm going to buy all 3 of these and I'm going to review it before anybody else. And I couldn't find the Bonded rye. So now I'm sitting on 2 JD Triple Mash and something else. You have a Blanton's Special Reserve? I don't have a Blanton's Special Reserve. Just a regular Blanton's and Blanton's Gold. No Special Reserve. I see them in Harrisburg a lot. You see Blanton's Special Reserve in wait. Are we thinking of 2 different things? Are you talking like green label Blanton's? Oh, 1910. Whew. I was like, wait. 1910. Yeah, they used to be here in Pennsylvania all the freaking time, or over by me all the freaking time, but now I go to the liquor store today when I finally need one for the first time, and I've had a 1910 on my shelf forever. I love Old Forester stuff. Love the Whiskey Row series. I look on my shelf. I'm like, I need a 1910 to compare to this 1910 extra aged, and I go to the liquor store. They don't have any. And I go on Fine Wine and Good Spirits, and it's like sold out, out of stock, out of stock, out of stock, out of stock everywhere near me. So I'm gonna have to order it online, pay freaking $12. I think that's what they're doing. I think they're pulling some standard stuff off the shelves, hoping people buy it, so they pay $12 shipping. And I'm gonna be a sucker. I'm gonna have to do it for the channel. You know, it's a tax write-off. You just write it off. Kramer? Anybody? Seinfeld fans? No. Where's Newman when you need him? Is that the OF 1917? Which OF? We were drinking this old F. You talking Old Forester 1917? Old Forester 19? No. I have an Old Forester 1897. I have a 1910. I have 1924. I just did a sample of 1920, and then 1897. And then I have a single barrel 100 proof and a single barrel cash strength. Fine Wine and Good Spirits is awful selection and pricing, unfortunately. The pricing's not even I mean, recently the prices have gone up kind of crazy, but I don't know if that's Fine Wine and Good Spirits or if that's just the market today. Like, is Fine Wine and Good Spirits going outside of MSRP? Are they legally allowed to do that? The 99 proof, 93 proof old Fitz. Old Fitz. Am I reading 2 different conversations here? Old Fitz. You want me to drink the Old Fitz? The Old Fitz I drank already. That's what we started with when it came to the green bottles. The 93 proof OF. Each state sets MSRP. I mean, I guess the distilleries do too, right? Cheering for the Birds to beat the Chiefs. Cheers to that, sir. JD, love to hear that. Coming in on Instagram, JD with the Birds love. Appreciate you for that. I am hyped for this game. The ETL when they dropped was $50. Oh, $80. Ooh, yeah, that does seem expensive. What is ETL up to these days, though? I feel like what they do is like whatever they're getting charged, they only put a percentage on top. But I could be lying. I could be 100% lying. Old Forester 1917. I don't know about. Does that exist? Am I not privy to the Old Forester 1917? Distillery suggests SRP. That's what I thought, and that's what I thought Pennsylvania went off of, or whatever they buy it for, they put a percentage on, and that's what they sell it at. Kentucky Owl Rye. Kentucky Owl has been, no disrespect to any Kentucky Owl fans, Kentucky Owl has been trashed since Dixon Deadman left, and I stand by that. I refuse to buy any of their products. I'm pretty sure, did they not just file for bankruptcy? Did Kentucky Owl file for bankruptcy, or did they're like selling? They're selling Kentucky Owl. I heard that somewhere through the grapevines. Am I wrong on that? Let's put this back and let's grab one more. PA adds a could percentage over MSRP. Yes, they filed. Yeah, they filed for bankruptcy because they're idiots. And here's what happened. Here's what Dixon Denman won't tell you. He didn't tell me this either. I'm just telling you. I put together the through the grapevine the what's it called when the breadcrumbs. I followed the breadcrumbs. Here's what happened. Somebody bought Kentucky Owl. Dixon Denman was involved. He was the master blender at the time. Somebody bought Kentucky Owl and they were like, "Hey Dixon, we want you to blend this shitty whiskey and we want you to put it out on the market." And Dixon Denman's like, "No. I'm not doing that." And they were like, "Well, we own you now, so you have to do it." And Dixon Denman's like, "I will not put my name on the shitty whiskey that you want. I'm not putting out these young barrels of whiskey all together in a batch and putting it out and putting my name behind it. I'm not doing that." And they were like, "Well, you have to, or you're out of your contract." And Dixon Denman was like, "Put me out of my contract then." So I think he stayed for a little bit, tried to work through whatever problems they had. They weren't having it. These board of directors weren't having it, and Dixon left. And Dixon was, "Here's my NDA. I'll wait 2 years to go compete against you." 2 years later, Dixon Denman started 2XO, an amazing brand. Some of my favorite whiskey. 2XO Barrel 26, the Gem of Kentucky, a single barrel pick, is phenomenal. Love Dixon Deadman, love his blends. I'm of course going to love what he loves as a single barrel. He gets to pick them. 2 years after that, Kentucky Owl's filing for bankruptcy. I mean, does that not add up? Does that not add up? Don't tell the guy that knows how to make the whiskey how to make the whiskey. You're correct about Kentucky Owl? Thank you. That's just, again, this is just me. The breadcrumbs are there. I just put them together. Kentucky Owl, whoever bought Kentucky Owl originally when Dixon Deadman was still there, if you're gonna buy a company that's successful, I'll never understand these big companies, these money market. I don't know how it works, right? These big companies buy smaller companies. So like if I personally say I own Barrel, and I'm putting out great products, and it's a little bit of product, but it's great product, and it's going out, and everybody's loving it. And then you're a big company, and you're like, "I'm gonna buy you." Don't change what I'm doing. If I'm doing it correctly, let me do it bigger. Let me do what I'm doing, but do it bigger, and then everybody wins. Don't come in here and then be like, "Oh, you're putting out Barrel Seagrass. We want you to make an American light whiskey instead." It's like, "Brother, I don't make an American." "Well, now you're going to, because that's what the market demands. So we're gonna make you make that." It's like, okay, well, this is what I'm good at. If you want me to keep doing this, that'd be great. Otherwise, what are we talking about? I'm sorry, I'm on a rant right now. I got Kentucky Owl for $59. Which one? The confiscated? Confiscated was good again back in the day. I got a batch 12 for 99. I mean, is that batch 12 for 99? I don't even know what batch they're on anymore. Is that new? Is that old? Stoli Group. That's who it was. Stoli Group killed the KO brand. I wonder if Deadman buys it back, like Mark, just for $1. Just buy it back for $1. Bardstown Origin Series Rye. That one I might have. Let me look. Hold on. Don't go anywhere, folks. Bardstown. Where's my Bardstown lineup? Yes, sir. I knew somebody would come in with a green label we can talk about. Jeffrey Wack in the house, by the way, folks. If you've not already, hello again, whiskey friends. Big fan of mine. Not big fan of mine. I'm a big fan of theirs. That seemed rude the way I said it originally. I'm a big fan of theirs. Post Dixon batch, but good for $99. Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't love what they did with that company. I didn't love Kentucky Owl prior to that, but knowing the story, not knowing the story, assuming the story with Dixon, I just love Dixon Deadman. He's been on the channel before. I keep in contact with him. Um, so I love what he's doing with 2XO. I think he has some great product out there. We'll leave it at that. Big fan of yours. I appreciate that, Jeffrey. The Whack, I mean, Jeffrey Whack is, if you're talking about a palate in the whiskey game, that is very, very good. I've drank some whiskey with this guy's bottle called some. We've had hundreds of bottles on a table, and I'll pick one out, and he's bottle called it. That man's got a palate on him. I'll tell you that. Hello again, whiskey friends, all of them. Kelsey, Darrell, Jeffrey Whack, they're all amazing people. NM, I thought you meant the bourbon. I don't. I got so caught up in that Kentucky Owl thing. I don't know who bothered me with that, but I got so caught up. The 95.5 rye is 96 proof. So we're drinking. This is Bardstown Origin Series, which means it's Bardstown Bourbon Company distillate. This is distilled in spring of 2017. It's 6 years. It's a 95.5 rye. 95.5, yes. Who am I thinking of that put out? Who put out a 96.4 rye? And I did a barrel pick of it. Was it Hard Truth? Is it Hard Truth that puts out a 96.4 rye? And I was like, why 96.4? And they were like, because if we put 95.5, everybody would think it's MGP. And I'm like, you've got to, like, that's a fantastic point. If you're going to put out a whiskey and if it says 95.5 on your bottle, a lot of people are going to think that that's MGP. Ross and Squibb, whatever you guys want to call it these days. This right here. I'm a big fan of Bardstown. Big fan of Bardstown Bourbon Company. I think they have some great whiskey. I think they're single barrels. I haven't tried any yet, but I've heard a lot of good things about them. I think the price point on the bottles reflect exactly the whiskey that they have in there. So we're gonna finish up this glass and we're gonna call it for the night. Again, I don't want to drink too much tonight as my first night back after 27 days of dry January. But I do want to know. Last thing in the chat this doesn't have to be the last thing you put, but I want you to put this in the chat before I leave and before you leave. What's the score for the Super Bowl? What's your score prediction? Give me Birds, Chiefs, and a score, and give me an MVP. I know a lot of people earlier said Saquon, but I want to see, now that we got a couple more people in here, same thing on Instagram over here. All right, folks? Give me an MVP and give me a score that you think it's going to be, and we'll find out. And again, I got to talk to I said her channel earlier. Now, the average drinker, average whiskey drinker, average bourbon drinker. Me and her did a little collab last time because she's a Chiefs fan. We'll have to do it again. Oh, this is so good. Yeah, still delicious. I think my favorite of theirs, what's the black label from theirs, or as Gary would like to call it, the green label? What's the black label from Bardstown Bourbon Company, the Origin Series? Is that the Weeder? Is the Weeder the black label? I can't remember. Whatever their black label is absolutely fantastic. Saquon MVP, we got 27-13. We got the Birds winning it. BIB Weeder, yeah, that black label is friggin' delicious. Instagram, we got Eagles over Chiefs, 28-24, Barkley MVP. That's 2 Barkley MVPs. You got to be out of your mind if you don't think that Saquon Barkley is going to be the MVP. Saquon Barkley, I said it before in this, Saquon Barkley should easily be the MVP of the league. For Birds 31, Chiefs 24, Hurts the MVP. I don't mind the Hurts pick only because it's so easy to pick the quarterback, because Hurts could easily run for 1, or if he runs for 2 himself, like 2, whether it's a tush push or not, if he gets 2 touchdowns and they win 28-20, what are you going to say? He's not the MVP? Unless Saquon goes off for 150 and 2 on his own, Hurts could win the MVP if he gets 2 touchdowns. or throws for one and runs one in. And if Saquon gets two or more and the Eagles win, what are we talking about? Eagles over Chiefs 28-24. Barkley MVP. Did I already say that one? I did. BIB Weeder. That's the BIB Weeder is so good. Click that like, click that subscribe button, y'all. No giveaways tonight. Again, this was just a random live stream. We will be doing this more often. I've got my whole setup set up now, and now that I know how to do this a little bit better, this was just for fun. Actually, this is still in screen. So is all this. And let me know what we got. Birds 31, Chiefs 24. 31-24. That's two 31-24s, I think, right? Do we have a 31-24 on Instagram? I don't know. I don't think so. 31-24, Hurts MVP. Oh, I already read that one, didn't I? Sheesh. Kansas City 19, Eagles 33, refs 13. Kansas City wins. Patrick anointed MVP. Mods, get this guy out. No, I agree. I agree the refs are going to be an issue. Brotherly push died when Kelsey retired. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. We only missed it once. Did you see? That's the first time, by the way, that I've ever seen them do the brotherly shove at the goal line. And there were, what, 3 or 4 times that guy jumped offside? Well, 2 times the one guy jumped off, and then another time that the tight end jumped, or the defensive end jumped off sides. And they were like, by the way, if this continues to happen, we're just going to give them a touchdown. I've never seen that before in my life. But you're right. The refs are going to be an issue. Oh, man. Absolutely delicious. I missed whiskey. I'll be honest with you guys. I missed my whiskey. Can Hurts throw for more than 200 yards in the Super Bowl? No. Hurts will not throw for... What's his over-under set at? Hold on, Instagram. I'm not watching you guys right now. Let me see what his over-under is set at for yards. That's actually very interesting. I don't think he throws... Whatever his over-under is, I would probably take the under. I wonder what they have it set at. Let me see. Super Bowl. More wagers. Rushing. Where's receipt? Where's passing? Passing props. Here we go. This is on FanDuel. What a line. Who said that? Who said that? The Pecker House. 210. 210.5. What a line. What a call at 200. I bet it's 186. 210 is a very good line. They'll ride Saquon, and the Sifties have to see Kansas City win. Yeah. The Swifties can... I won't say it here on Instagram or YouTube. Birds 27, Chiefs 23. Saquon MVP. Chiefs scalped. 210 is the over-under for his line. That's kind of crazy. 210 is tough. I think it's right around there, to be honest with you. And then all to under 210. We're going under 210. We're going Birds win. Birds money line. Is it still plus 1.5, or did it move to 2? Still plus 1.5. That's an Eagles line. The Eagles being dogs is just crazy to me. AJ Brown could very well have a huge game if they stack the box. I think a lot of teams showed that they were going to stack the box because they didn't want to get beat by Saquon, but they also knew that they have AJ Brown and Smith over the top. So I feel like a lot of teams showed that they were going to stack the box and then pulled back from it. And I feel like that hurt a lot of teams. If I was playing the Eagles, you got to beat me. You got to go one-on-one on the outside, and you got to put 8 in the box. If you lose because Saquon scores 3 touchdowns, that's on you. If you lose because AJ Brown pulls down a couple of passes over your best corner, then that's how you lose. But there's no way in hell I'm going out there and I'm letting Saquon run 150 on me. I'm curious about that as well. What's Saquon's rushing? What do you think it's at? 112. I'm going over. There's no way I'm letting Saquon get over 112 on me, but I mean, how do you stop that man? He's a bad, bad man. I don't want to see Kansas City win again. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. AJ Brown could very well. Hurts could throw for 250 if they are behind. I don't see I don't see this being one of those games like I don't see this being one of those games where either team is like I think it's a low scoring game early. I think late I think something happens, but I think the first half is very conservative by both teams. I think a lot of field goal attempts, maybe not for the Eagles because we don't have a kicker, but I think it's a lot of early go down to the 25, kick the field goal, big stops by the defense. Go down to the 30, kick a field goal, big stops by the defense. I think a lot of teams are going to be afraid of, I think they're going to stack the box early, and I think they're going to make the Eagles, I think they're going to make Saquon throw the ball. I do. Or Saquon. I think they're going to make Jalen throw the ball. I do. I really wanted to see Jaden Daniels in the Super Bowl. I did not. I did not want to see that. What's Barkley's TD prop? Two? There's no way. It's probably over under 1.5. It's probably over under 1.5. It still might be point 0.5. I don't know if I don't know. Do they have that? Barkley for 2 touchdowns is plus 290. Barkley, I don't even think they have plus one touchdown scorers, obviously. Yeah. Minus 200 for Barkley to score. Plus 290 for him to score twice. That's kind of crazy. Eagles defense should bury Patty Mahomes. That's the thing. Their defensive line looked good. They could get to him. 4 turnovers in an NFC championship game? That's crazy. Oh, 112. I don't know what that means. Peckerhouse. I'm gonna take that plus 290. Oh yeah. 2 touchdowns plus 290 is kind of crazy actually. I feel like that's kind of high, but it is the Super Bowl. It's Barkley's first Super Bowl. He doesn't seem like the guy. And the Eagles also aren't like we've been around it. We've been here before. A lot of these guys weren't here in 2017, but a lot of guys were expecting. I don't know. I just feel like obviously Mahomes and them have been here before, so they're not nervous at all. People say people get caught up in the limelight of the whole week leading up to it, and it's a lot. It's the press, it's this, it's that, and you got to take that into. I don't feel like Barkley is the type of guy to show up and be scared of this situation. Over one. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was his yard prop. Yeah, over 112, over 112 and 2 TDs is not a bad bet. Not a bad bet. I don't know. There were a lot of people saying earlier in the against the Bills that they were going to bet Mahomes just to kind of to bankrupt Vegas. I don't know if it's a bad idea. If everybody in the country, if every single bet that went in was on the Chiefs money line, could Vegas let it happen? Would Vegas let it happen? Would they lose millions to make sure Mahomes wins? Would the NFL back it if you're one of those conspiracy theorists? Would they allow it? All right, last sip, y'all. We'll give our final prediction. I'll give my final predictions and then say my thank yous for the night. Absolutely delicious. That's four bottles of green for the night. We didn't drink this one. This not that great of whiskey. What is this? 2 year bourbon whiskey. It doesn't say straight. Oof. This one was rough, I'll be honest with you. And I love bottled and what they do, but this one was rough. But listen, I got birds. I got birds. I think it's low scoring early. I think it's some stuff picks up in the second half with some adjustments. I'm gonna say, oh, what's my final prediction gonna be? We'll come back. We'll definitely be back online. But for tonight, I'm gonna call it. I think it's close. 28-24 birds. I'm going Saquon MVP. And I'm saying Mahomes has the ball at the end of the game, and they come up short, just like Brady, right? Brady had an opportunity, strip sack, I think Mahomes has the ball at the end of the game, and I think they come up short this year. I think it's a very good script, right? We had it before. They made that BS holding call or in the fourth quarter to give them the game. We all knew it was coming. We all saw the refs. We've all seen it all year. But I got Birds. I got Barkley. And it's going to be a close one. I think it's going to be we're going to have to sweat it out. But that's where I'm at on this. What's up, Bird to Learn? What's up, brother? You're hopping right at the tail end of things, but I appreciate you stopping by. Go Birds. Appreciate everybody. Click that like, click that subscribe button if you don't already. We're going to try and do these live streams, especially now that I got this all set up. It'll be a lot easier, a lot more often. So cheers, y'all. Appreciate you. Enjoyed hanging out with you as well over here on Instagram or on YouTube, wherever you can find me. Make sure you check me out. Please don't drink and drive. Always drink responsibly. Stay healthy, stay happy, and stay rooting against Patrick Mahomes. Cheers, y'all.